Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome back to our series on the Havamal. Today in this video, we are looking at verse 142. And so let's look at our three translations. The first is from Olive Bray. For gods graved Odin, for elves graved Dane, Davlin the Dalier for dwarfs, Allwise for Jotuns, and I of myself grave some for the sons of men. Then the second translation by W.H. Auden and P.B. Taylor. For the gods by Odin, for the elves by Dane, by Davlin too for the dwarves, by Asvid for the hateful giants, and some I carved myself. Thund before man was made, scratched them, who rose first fell thereafter. And then the final translation from Vikinger.org. Odin among the Aesir, but among the Alfar Dane, and Davlin for the dwarves, Asvid for the Jotuns, for I myself graved. So, runes for all, apparently. The runes for both for the knowledge thereof and their usage, it wasn't restricted to one individual or to one people. Their wisdom can benefit any people who study them and who seek understanding. And whether the runes are used for ordinary writing, divination, or meditation, they do have inherent meaning and value. And the fact that this verse goes out of its way to describe the various peoples who had runes carved for them, that's a clear indication that different peoples will still have access to them even today. This is a lesson we do well to absorb. Pagans and heathens may not have the same relationship with runes as, say, witches or shamans, but we all have our place in the ecosystem and we are all interacting with it for our benefit. So it's not anyone's sole property. And so let's talk about meditation a little bit because one way is to work with the runes is through meditation. And I do think this sometimes, well, oftentimes really gets overshadowed. I think sometimes people they are just so involved in controversies of whether runes are meant for mundane or magical or both usage that, we just forget that we can glean instruction just from the contemplation of the runes. We aren't always needing a glimpse of what's on the horizon. Sometimes it's just insight into what is, or insight into what the meaning of the energy that the rune represents really is. And choosing one rune to meditate on that provides focus for your thoughts. And it can also enable you to see the layers of that rune. Go beyond the literal meaning, as important as that is. Go into the symbolism, find examples in your life or in nature of the energy of that rune in action. And, if you really want to get under the skin of runes, that's essentially the path you are eventually going to have to take. It isn't enough to memorize meanings by any stretch of the imagination. So that was what I had to say on this particular verse. Not a whole lot to it. I'd be interested if you have any impressions of your own. Tell me about it in the comments below. But I think that will do it for now. And by the time this posts, we will probably also have posted verse 143. So I hope you check that out as well. But bye for now.